try somewhere between 50 to 100 products a month, and there are some products that definitely stand out to me. They don't necessarily have to be new products. Sometimes I do fall back in love with products I already own, and these are my current favorites. They have a strong place in my routine, in my heart. I use them so often, so I'm going to be talking about just that. So firstly, this time I'm going to be covering skincare first and then makeup, because I have a lot of skincare products I've been really liking. So in case you wanted some of my recommendation, you could. Now, one of the most non-negotiable product in my skincare routine is this Sali-Cinamide Anti-Acne Face Wash from the Derma Co. I absolutely love it. Every single time I have a breakout, my skin is aggravated, it is acting up, and I don't know what to do. This is a quick fix. It's not like quick in the sense that it's overnight, but it does take about 2 to 3 days to show up, and then there's no new breakout after using this. I've emptied this out and there is a replacement for this already, and even that is halfway through. I just can't stay without this face wash. This video is not sponsored by the Derma Co. I genuinely do really like this. You can see in all of my previous empties as well, I've loved and recommended this. You could try it out if you have acne prone skin. My favorite toner, and nothing can replace this, is the TIRTIR Milk Skin Toner. This replaces the Laneige Creamy Toner, the Tony Moly, everything, especially if you have dry skin and you wanted that visible hydration on your skin, something that gives you that glass skin effect. This is so good. I had to empty out the smaller size of it and repurchase the full size. I use this I keep it right here just so that I can use it right before my makeup for that very nice, beautiful, dewy. And also from TIRTIR, I really like their ceramic milk ampule. I've been wanting to get the 50 ml of this because I feel like I'm emptying this out a little bit sooner. This gives you that very hydrated glass skin effect. Again, not for people with oily skin, but if you have dry skin and you wanted that glow, especially underneath makeup, you should try this out. I don't really use this on a day-to-day basis because I feel like it's a little bit too much for a day-to-day basis, but if I'm just getting ready and I have an event to attend, I just want my skin to look like skin, very glowy, beautiful, but not too sweaty. This is what I reach out for. I really love TIRTIR skincare products over their makeup products. A lot of people talk about their makeup products, but nobody really talks as much about their skincare products, but skincare is where it's at. It is so nice, you guys. And I recently even picked up this one from TIRTIR. This is a ceramic cream. It is just as good as those products. These are like a combination, and when you use it, your skin looks so plump, hydrated, glowy, and it's such a nice product again. It's a little bit thick. It is a little bit very glowy. So don't really use this if you're going to be working out or anything, because it looks like you're sweating a lot, but it's actually this product. But if you use it for prepping your skin for makeup and everything, it looks so nice. Again, if you have sensitive acne prone skin, don't get this. And then for niacinamide serum, you guys know I've been loving the Anua 10 plus niacinamide serum. This is so good. After I started to use this and a couple of other products in my skincare routine, people have been complimenting my skin, and it's a few people who would never compliment. So it's this. It's evened out my skin to a great extent. There's not so much of dark spots, there's not so much of unevenness, and it's what these serums have done. So I emptied this out and I quickly repurchased it. I have to have this at all times, and I've loved how my skin is performing. So yes, is my skin dependent on it? Yes, absolutely. But I don't even want to try out stopping this and trying something else, because I have done that and my skin doesn't look as good. So as long as my skin is dependent on this and performing well, I'm willing to repurchase it. And then I also pair it up with a combination of this one. This one is the Numbuzin NAD Plus Biolifting Essence. I love this one. It makes my skin so hydrated, plumpy, juicy. It definitely visibly make a difference to your skin, the way it looks. I'm not sure if it's reduce my wrinkles or fine lines or anything like that, but it does make it look so plump and juicy that it does look a little bit youthful. So if a essence can do that, and this is for around 2,000 rupees, I'm okay with it. A lot of people, I have read so many reviews about this product, and so many people 50 plus and everything absolutely love using this to their skincare routine, and I have found genuine difference when they've used this. So yeah, if you want to, you could try it out. I have actually started to use Retinal, okay, but I also wanted to try out this Retinal serum, and this is from K Secret. So you can get this. I'm not sure if I don't think you can get this everywhere, just few platforms. And I love this. So if you're already used to retinol and you wanted something a little bit more potent, you can try this out. And it is so nice. In the beginning, you can use it about 2 times a week and see how your skin reacts to it. It again gives you a visible glow. Your skin looks so much more plumpy, and it brings that elasticity back to your skin, and your skin looks so much more nicer. It's also evened out my skin to a great extent, and I've not had so much of breakouts, and my skin is not reacting differently to this. And every single time I have, this is a heat boil, by the way, okay, it's not a breakout, but you could see a couple of videos back, I was actually going through something with my skin. It was like an intense breakout. I healed that out again with the niacinamide, this, and like good moisturizing creams. And of course, when I'm talking about that, I can't miss my Dr.Althea 345 cream. This is a repurchase. When I first got this, I was so bummed because it was not working out for me. And what I expected from this is that it's going to like work in terms of like help my pigmentation and all of that. I don't feel it's that intense of a cream to reduce the pigmentation or like help you so much with dark spots or help you with the post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, nothing like that. But this is a very nice relief cream. It's exactly that. It's very calming. And when I have like a lot of texture and I feel like, you know, my skin is not its usual self, I use this because it's a very nice barrier cream in my opinion. They do have a barrier repair cream, but I think I would just stick to this. It works. It works so well for me. It's a very nice lightweight everyday moisturizer as well. And I use this pretty much all the time during the day. And I know there are so many Korean sunscreens that were recommended, but I was trying out all the wrong ones. This Skin 1004 sunscreen is what is doing it for me. It's not giving me that visible hyperpigmentation, like unevenness. It's not like, you know, certain parts of my forehead stand more than the other. It's all even tanning. I feel like this is a very good sunscreen, especially with the kind of weather we are at right now and with the UV index so high. We need a really good sunscreen, and this I feel is certainly one of that, and even the Haru sunscreen. So I feel like my skin is not like irritated, it's not itchy, it's not getting red, or like it's not having any of those, you know, sun allergy. And also I find it so easy to blend this, so easy to apply this, such a good product. And I'm so sad I'm going to be emptying this a little bit sooner. You can be generous with this, and you can also reapply this over makeup. It's so nice. It doesn't have any white cast. I'm moving on to some makeup products that I have right here. First, for base, I have been loving these two, and they both are similar. You can get whichever one you like, whichever is cheaper. This one is the Flicka Silk Touch Milk Cream Concentrate, and this one is the Daily Forever 52 Moisturizing Cream Makeup Base. Both of these I use just for makeup days, not like moisturizer, not on days where I'm not wearing makeup. They are so good and hydrating and glowy, and makes your makeup look like, you know, so glowy, dewy, like glass skin. So I really like them. This one is a little bit harder to blend. It is strong in terms of fragrance, so don't use it if you have acne prone skin, sensitive skin, compared to this one. This is a little bit more easier. Both of these give the same glow. This is a little bit more pricier, but you get a little bit more quantity. Like you get 60 grams of product. This is a little less pricier than that, but you get 50 grams of product, and you will tend to empty this a little bit sooner. So pick and choose your battle. But yeah, both of these give you really nice, glowy, hydrated makeup base. Such good products. This is not as fragrant as this one though. And then for skin tint, Insight is where it's at. It's affordable. It looks expensive on your face. The shade match is so good. I have this one in the shade 6 Hazelnut Short, which matches me pretty well. I even use this underneath my eyes for some days where I don't really want to look like I have a lot of makeup on, and I love how it lasts on my skin even in this weather condition. I don't even powder it down. Such a good product, very lightweight. It's not extremely matte, not very dewy, so good. And if you have oily skin, you would have to powder it down. To powder it down, I usually use this Maybelline Super Stay powder foundation. So a lot of you guys ask me, how do you use a powder foundation? So make sure you have something like really nice and moisturizing on your skin, like a good base, like something like the Daily Forever 52 one or Flicka. Like your skin has to be moisturized really well. Use all of your cream products, your concealer, your cream blush, or whatever you're done with, and this would be your last step of makeup. So you don't really use this as a like powder foundation. Like you don't use it for what it is meant to be, like a powder foundation. So you need to get a lot of coverage. You have to keep this at minimal coverage. So you can use a powder brush. You can use a thick dense brush or like a fluffy brush like this and take just the light amount and powder your face down, and it will keep your makeup intact. Or you can use a more like rounded buffing brush and you would still get a really good finish, little more coverage. But don't try to build the coverage with a powder product. Try to do that with your cream products and use it just to set, and it keeps your makeup in place. Something else I've been loving, and pretty much I think the whole of last month I used just this foundation. This is the PAC Studio HD liquid foundation. I have fallen in love with it again. This is not a new product for me. I've used it for years, and then I got the reformulated, repackaged version, and I still do really like it. It is very like beautiful on the skin. It gives you that buttery satin finish on your skin. It doesn't exaggerate anything that's not already there. And this is in the shade 3, which is a good match for me. And it also photographs so beautifully, and in person also it looks so nice. Like if someone is coming up to you to talk to you, it wouldn't look cakey and powdery. And for concealer, actually, I have my Maybelline Spot Rescue Concealer, which I've been really liking. It is a little bit on the matte side, but for some reason, even though I have like normal to dry skin type, it's not too drying on my skin, and I really like the finish of this, the coverage, the lasting power, and everything of this one. Even if you set it, it doesn't look too cakey. So this would work for people across skin types, especially for people with combination oily skin type, hot weather conditions. But if you have very dry skin, I'm not sure you'd like it, but the coverage, the lasting power is great. Of all the Maybelline concealers, I feel like this one is the most flexible one across skin types, and the way it looks on skin is also really nice. And a couple of other Maybelline products that I've really loved is this blush, which I've talked about quite a few times. This is the Cloudtopia blush in the shade Enchanted Mauve, a beautiful mauve shade. It's what I still have on this side of my face. I've applied this around like 7 hours ago, and it still looks really nice. It has a very soft matte finish. It's very long wearing. It's blurring as well, and you can apply this on your lips as well, and it's very easy to blend this, but it's not a very dewy blush, okay? And this Maybelline Fit Me blush in the shade Passionate. I got this as a free product when I ordered something else from Maybelline, and I'm so glad because this is a beautiful powder blush which doesn't look too powdery and too matte on your skin. So you can try this out as well if you're looking for a good powder blush from the affordable range. And then to set all of this down, I like my Dalba First Spray Serum. I feel like this is an essential for everyone out there. Like it's a great way to refresh your skin, especially if you're feeling like your skin is looking very dry, very dull. You can spritz this on and it just instantly refreshes it. It adds a subtle glow to your skin, very natural looking glow. It doesn't have any shimmer particles. It just has some oil and a white truffle serum. And it's not like a setting spray. It's like a makeup fixing spray. And yeah, I just love how it looks every single time I use this, and I feel like it is an essential. Another concealer I've been really liking is this one from Estee Lauder. This one is their Futurist Soft Touch Brightening Concealer. I've emptied my Lancome concealer, so I replaced that one with this. This is also really nice and very lightweight for day-to-day usage, but it's not as like, it has a little bit more matte finish than the Lancome one, so this doesn't look like my second skin. It does look like I have a little bit of makeup on, but because it's not very cakey and very intense in terms of coverage, I'm able to pull it off. I have this one in the shade 4N, again, which leans a little bit pink. Another recent favorite concealer is this one from Nykaa. This is so good, you guys, but it's like a little bit too recent for me to mention that I've been loving it for so long. So maybe in my next favorites, I'll mention this. I have been on a blush kick, and this one from Morphe in the shade After Party is such a beautiful blush shade. Like, I love this cream blush. I also like to use this powder blush. I haven't used this one as much, but I like the combination of these two. They look so beautiful on the skin, show up really well on my skin tone, and also last a decent amount of time. So I absolutely love it. And some other blushes is this NYX Fat Cheeks Juicy Plump blush. This one is in the shade Fig Fizz. It's a very peachy toned blush, and it's very light in terms of pigmentation, so it works on your like tinted moisturizer, no makeup days. It blends really well, but if you have an intense foundation, like a very high full coverage foundation, it'll blend into nothing. And you'll be like, what is this? And this one is the Revolution Super Dewy Blush Burst. And this is in the shade something Cool Mocha, Cool Bronze, something like that. And this shade is wow, great. The packaging sucks. This shade is okay. Why is the packaging coming off now when I want to talk about it in my favorites? This is a very beautiful shade, like a bronzer shade for me, and I really like how it looks on my skin. It's not too dewy, not too matte. It doesn't have shimmer particles like the Huda Beauty blush, and it blends beautifully. So what is the lasting power of this? About 2.5 hours I would give it. 2.5 to 3 hours. That's the same way the Huda Beauty blush lasts on my skin, and that's so expensive. So for this price, I'm okay with this lasting power. This one from the brand Hints is what I use. This is in the shade Clear, and I don't know where you can find this anymore, but it is such a beautiful wet glow without. So this is a balm product. It's not a highlighter as such. It's like a wet balm, so it gives you that wet sheen without having a lot of shimmer particles or chunky glitter particles. So it's very natural looking, and I like to use this on my cheek as well as on my body. So I have used it up quite a bit, and I really like it for that very natural looking glow. And then for mascara, my Maybelline Bubble mascara is what I reach out for the most. I'm not sure where I've kept that. And my Stila mascara is all that I use. And then for kajal, I've really been loving this. This one is the Maybelline Tattoo Studio. I've been like literally wearing the same eyeliner for 3 videos because I love this shade. This is in the shade Striking Navy, which is a beautiful deep blue, and I like how it lasts. I like that I'm able to apply it easily without a lot of pressure. It's not necessarily smudge proof, but I like it. It's pigmented. It's not like stinging and burning on my eye, which happens to me with like that cobalt shade. That one's was stinging and burning my eyes. This one doesn't. So I really like this. Romand Lip Tints in the shade Nucademia, Fig, Peeling Angadu. Fig I've emptied. Peeling Angadu and Nucademia is what I'm reaching out for back to back. They're so moisturizing on the lips. I like the shine. They're not long lasting, so use a lip liner or anything like that, and they look beautiful on the lips. Apart from that, when it comes to lips, my most used lipsticks is the L'Oreal lipstick in the shade Worth It Intense. I've swatched this way too many times, so I'm not going to be swatching it again, but such a beautiful brown red kind of a shade. I really like this one. I've also been really using up my Maybelline lipstick in the shade Wildcard. Such a beautiful, unique red. You can never find a red like this. I've swatched my entire collection. I've tried. They look similar. All reds look similar, but the undertone of this one is very different. And my Sugar plumping gloss stick in brown bus. You have to use this with a lip liner, and it looks like the most beautiful lip product on. It's very moisturizing, and it doesn't cling on to any dry patches on my lips. And I've also been using these Nude Sticks lip crayons. This one is in the shade Burgundy. I also use the shade Retro back to back. I love the formulation of this, and it's very long wearing for me, so I like to use this on a day-to-day basis, and I do sharpen them up quite a bit, so they do empty up a little sooner. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Do let me know if you want to watch more such videos. Are you interested in watching long format videos? Let me know in the comments down below. What would you like to watch next? And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.